Hi, this is Amy Blaine. Welcome to the ExplorePeoria.com Entertainment Report, brought to you by Avanti's.
My name is Chris Peterlin, and I've been lucky enough to direct Leaving Iowa for the Cornstalk Winter Playhouse season. Leaving Iowa is a play that I think that the entire Peoria area should come and see. It's several reasons for that. One, it's locally written by two Bradley graduates. The premise of the show is it starts out actually during the family vacation. So it's a memory play. And what happens is during this play, it goes back and forth in time. And the premise is that Don Browning, who is a columnist now for a Boston newspaper, goes home to take his father's ashes to the final resting place.
I'm Jeremy, and I play Don Browning in Leaving Iowa. Don is the main character of the story and the narrator who tells us the story of how he goes back to his childhood home in Winterset, Iowa to honor his father's final wishes to have his ashes spread at his childhood home, Don's grandparents. When Don gets there, he finds out that his grandparents' house is now a grocery store, so he embarks on a journey to try and find the proper resting place, the perfect resting place for his father.
So it's disastrous. He doesn't know what to do. He has to lie to his mother, and he starts to go on a journey, and he kind of like finds himself floating back and forth in time and kind of going along that same line that he went as a kid on their last vacation, one of the vacations that really stuck with him. And he reconciles with his past. He had a strained relationship with his father, and so he saw things differently as a kid. So when you see some of these characters that are in the past, you might think, oh, these are really overbearing characters, or they're a little bit strange, and that's because that's how he remembers them, because he was a child. But as he relives these memories, he starts to reconcile with his father and things that happen, and he starts to understand why things happened the way they happened. The cast for the original play was much smaller, but I had spoken to Tim Clue, who is one of the writers, and he said it would be okay to go ahead and split some of the characters up. We have the four members of the family that you'll see for most of the time, so that will be the mother and the father, and then you'll have Don Browning, which is the son, and he will go back and forth as an adult and as a young probably just starting in his teen years, and then of course his sister, who's just a little bit older than him. And then I split that character into an older sister that you meet later on in life as adult Don interacts with his family as an adult.
What I find interesting about this character is that she's an older sister who torments her younger brother, which is something that I do too, since I have a younger brother that's 18 months younger than me. So I can identify pretty well with this character. The thing that's very interesting about it is it's from Don's memory, so it's from his perspective as a child. So a lot of these characters are very over the top, very dramatic. They're exaggerated because that's how he remembers it. So that brings a lot of comedy into it. My character is very exaggerated because it's how Don remembers me. So Don remembers me causing all the problems, me being, the catalyst of all of the fights and things like that. So I'm often the one starting it, I'm the one picking on him. I bug him the entire show. I pick on him, I punch him, I blame it on him. So my character is very over the top, very whiny, but it's comedic, it's fun.
The show's a situation comedy about the family vacation, and it really harkens back to every character in there is relatable to somebody, and the funny experiences that they have as a family going on a road trip. Whether it's the father's point of view, or the son, or the daughter, and the kids squabbling in the back, there's all kinds of different humor within the family dynamic, as well as the different characters that they meet along the way. Some of these extraordinary characters.
A lot of people can relate to it. A lot of us have siblings. A lot of people find it funny because they can relate to it. So I think that everybody can kind of see parts of their family within the Browning family.
He gets to reconnect with his father throughout this play and understand the reason why his father was the way he was.
Oh my goodness, honey, what was that?
Oh, nothing, just some trucker out of control, probably nodding off at the wheel.
The audiences will leave the show with a smile on their face. They'll leave happy that they have laughed all night long, and then they will feel good at the ending.
Avanti has so many choices, we can only name a few. Spaghetti, ravioli, tortellini, chicken parmesan, fettuccine and lasagna, tasty pizza, and the list goes on. Avanti has so many choices, it's great Italian food.
Find Peoria area events and entertainment when you subscribe to the ExplorePeoria.com electronic newsletter. It's free. Sign up today at ExplorePeoria.com.
Anything you need to know, and the only site you need to go, ExplorePeoria.com.